Azaria Copeland, a first-year pre-pharmacy major from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, my name is Cameron Reddick. I'm a first-year psychology pre-medicine student from Atlanta, Georgia.
The main goal of synthetic biology is to engineer organisms that produce useful chemicals from inexpensive, renewable starting materials. And when you think about it, this is something that life already does pretty well. Plants, for instance, take the simple starting materials of carbon dioxide and water and use the sun's energy to convert them to the complex molecules comprising the food we eat.
Could we one day make trees that yield plastic fruit? Could we one day bring back animals from extinction? Welcome to the world of synthetic biology, where there's an answer to all of your questions. What is the thing that is making the impossible possible, you ask? Well, synthetic biology is research that aims to make biology easier to engineer. It uses automated construction, standardization, and abstraction to change how researchers build biological systems and expand the range of possible products that could be produced. Synthetic biology is a design and fabrication of biological systems that do not exist in the natural world and are redesigned fabrications and components that primarily exist in the natural world. An example of refabrication would be flowers that could change colors, and fabrication would be engineering a completely new organism. Synthetic biology includes the advances in chemistry, biology, engineering, and even computer science. Synthetic biology is the application of engineering principles to the fundamental components of biology. Synthetic biology does not only pertain to research or fabrication of good things, but also the bad. As always, the right tools in the wrong hands could also do something bad. In the case of synthetic biology, these very bad things would include release of a deadly virus or even instigating a new age of bioterrorism. In an effort to eliminate the possibility of unfortunate events pertaining to synthetic biology, scientists have taken measures such as working only with biosafety level 1 organisms in certified research laboratories to reduce the likelihood of any those organisms gaining the ability to be harmful. Another measure that has been taken is current scientists are working to educate and newly trained scientists to be responsible for the developments and to be cognizant of the possible effects of their research could have. Another measure that has been taken as scientists are dedicated to use synthetic biology only where it is cost effective and more efficient than current technologies. The ultimate goal is not to replace all natural things with synthetically modified and designed things, but rather to improve more insufficient systems. How does synthetic biology play a role in STEM, you may ask? It plays a role in chemistry, biology, engineering, and even computer science. Chemistry, for example, plays a role because it alters the synthesis of chemical structures alternative to those already present in nature, i.e. flowers. Biology comes into play, obviously, because it changes the DNA sequencing and synthesis in the research. The possible positive effects of synthetic biology would include the idea that with the ability to generate organisms, it will allow us to better understand how natural mechanisms and systems work. Another effect would be other scientists, such as chemists, would be interested in the possibility of probing molecules in interest of living cells and systems that are currently impossible to study. Another pro of the synthetic biology would be the design of processing techniques based on the novel biological organisms and machines that hold potential to revolutionize industrial manufacturing, energy production, refinement, and food and pharmaceutical processing. The Hastings Center report did a study exploring the ethical, legal, and social issues in medicine, healthcare, public health, and the life of science. The Hastings Center study did a study on synthetic biology that took a deeper look into the biosafety and security, which in time identified key technologies that were previously mentioned, like DNA synthesis.
Some current uses of synthetic biology is naturally replicating rubber for tires. Isoprene is an important item chemically used in a variety of applications, including the production of synthetic rubber. Isoprene is naturally produced in all living things. When rubber is produced, it is a limited source. Synthetic rubber comes from a completely petrochemical sources. Another current use of synthetic biology is life technologies, providing a comprehensive workflow for vaccine development. It provides the molecular engineering tools and services necessary to sequence genetic information that formulates vaccines and other treatments. Synthetic biology enables life technology to design, synthesize, test, and deploy antigens and variants with rapid results, high expression, and capacity. So, how does synthetic biology work? Synthetic biology creates organisms that defy natural weaknesses. This would include maybe getting sick or feeling pain. Synthetic cloning is used for standardized cloning. That's another example of how synthetic biology works. It's one of the most important tools in synthetic biology. So how is synthetic biology used in the real world? Synthetic biology is used in pop culture. You can see it in movies such as Splice. It's a 2009 film with Sarah Polley and Adrian Brody that played a pair of scientists that mixed animal and human DNA into a creature they treated as a child.
Show me Elsa. That's it? Nerd. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Yeah, you made a connection. You're such a good girl. Oh my god.
That's really crazy. Orphan Black is another example of synthetic biology in pop culture. It's a show on BBC America about a group of clones that go around the city trying to find out where they came from. And the more they found out about themselves, the more dangerous they got. So when my partner Azaria talked about how synthetic biology can be good or bad, this is a great example of how you can see it in the real world. Synthetic biology is also represented in foods. You can see synthetic biology in apples, so they're engineered to not turn brown when they get bruised. Synthetic biology is also represented in chickens because the protein that we intake in chickens is twice as much higher because they're being bred twice as much to quickly speed up the population growth. Genetically modified organisms, also known as GMOs, would fall into this subcategory of synthetic biology. Why would we want synthetically modified foods, you ask? The number one answer to this question would be climate change. When climate changing occurs, changing crop yields, meaning in some seasons, the yield of certain crops may be higher than others. With synthetic biology, the negative effects of the climate change on crops will no longer affect crop yield. In summation, a lot of things that you see in everyday life include synthetic biology. Who would have known that synthetic biology has a part in everyday life? There are a lot of things that you may see and use in everyday life that you may not have known until today.
By combining complementary approaches, synthetic biology is redefining biology and helping us gain a deeper understanding of how life works.
I'm glad to inform you with this information so now you know about things that you use in your everyday life that include synthetic biology. Thanks for watching!